you sort of identify those songs not just from a period, but from periods in those films.
I remember at the time, part of the myth of John Hughes that we all knew about as young filmmakers was he sat at a desk and he played all this great music all the time, and that, you know, the music was a big part of what he did, and that was his sensibilities. Now, I have no idea if there's any truth to that. I have no idea whatsoever, but that's what we all believed.
The way John does things, it's like he pin drops sounds and he pin drops attitudes. That's how he makes his films, which is highly unusual because he's on the pulse of something.
He had his ear to the curb, so to speak, in terms of music. Yeah, he always sort of integrated that into the writing and also the producing of the films.
It's the way the songs were juxtaposed with the scenes that made them effective. I mean, the songs themselves are not super cutting edge, but they're used so well. They're not just dropped in there. You know, the timing is always impeccable. And I always appreciated that there was the David Bowie quote at the beginning of The Breakfast Club, even though I don't believe we actually hear that song, Changes. It's such a great quote.
My proudest thing about Breakfast Club, it's more than anything, performances or characters or anything else. That David Bowie quote was mine. I found that David Bowie quote in the beginning of the movie, and I showed it to John, and he thought it was great, and then he never said another word about it, and I saw the movie for the first time, and there it is, like right in the front of the movie. That's my proudest moment.
And Don't You Forget About Me is amazing, because it's just this like soaring anthem, and you get that sense of triumph at the end of the movie with Bender, you know, pumping his fist in the air. And it's, I mean, if you think about it, it was just a movie about a Saturday spent in detention, and yet you feel like some kind of battle has been won. You know, that's effective use of music.
Yeah, that song, I can't believe it. That song is still, you know, it's around all the time.
It's funny when you see a new generation discovering things that are so familiar. You know, have you heard this amazing song by Simple Minds? Yes. Yes, I have.